What I found was that Hot Daddy was generational talent in career building. He was able to leverage his work ethic, intelligence, and strategic thinking to position him at the very top of his field. Our conversations were fascinating, inspired me, and guided me, and eventually led me to pursue a career at the exact same company he shall build. Jumping ahead to my college years, I had the privilege of being able to meet with many of the employees that reported to him throughout his career. What struck me was not only that they remembered you 30 years later, but they all had a message of how he impacted them and encouraged them. They had a letter that you'd written them, they had a story about you, and all of them described you as tough but fair. And he helped shape the organization into what it is today. During the same time, I also began to observe Nana more and examined how she moved throughout the world and interacted with those around her. Many know Nana for her generosity, kindness, and ability to tame Hot Daddy, but I have been privileged to witness her most important characteristic, faith. Nana's steadfast love for Jesus is incredible and is the North Star for our entire family. Being born a scientific and analytical thinker, I was always on the lookout to see if people really believed what they said they believed. Nana does. I have a distinct memory of getting up very early one morning at Kiowa that I'll never forget. After sneaking up the stairs to the kitchen, the sun just barely peeking over the horizon, I quietly packed my lunch and began to head out. As I did, I saw Nana reading in the alcove off the kitchen. I watched for a moment and saw her sip her coffee and turn a page of the Bible. I don't know if she ever saw me, but I really knew that she believed what she was reading. I thought, like, who else is going to get up this early if they don't believe this? Through college and my early career, my vision for what I wanted life to look like took a more definitive shape. Hot Daddy and Nana were there to serve as a guidepost as always. The balance of priorities that they have been able to maintain over their 7-year marriage is inspiring, but of course, the root of it all comes from finding the right partner. When I found Chelsea, I knew she was the one very quickly, and apparently so did Hot Daddy and Nana. On our first official date, I remember Hot Daddy and Nana calling and handing the phone off to her after talking with them for a few minutes.
That was so cool. He just handed the phone to you.
Yeah.
That's where you were, though.
Yeah, Sausalito. I learned later that you were a bit surprised that I did that. But I guess I figured that if they didn't approve, then I wouldn't either.
That's a big deal.
And a veto power.
Needless to say, she passed with flying colors, and it's been incredible to get to introduce Chelsea to the 90-plus years of this family's history. As mentioned, 70 years of that history has been married life, and one can't talk about Hot Daddy and Nana without mentioning the epic love story that they have been blessed with. In reading the stories in this book, the one that we're putting together, I was first taken by the absolute dedication of these two that they have for each other. And while that dedication was agreed to on their wedding day, it has certainly been tested through the trials of life. What resulted is a couple that is resolute in the face of adversity. In the 27 years I've been privileged to live alongside them, I've seen them deal with everything from disease and death to betrayal and loss. In every instance, and to my amazement, they appeared to not be moved. What I realized was that while they certainly leaned on each other in these times, their ultimate strength came from God. The steadfast nature of this couple comes not from them, but from their Creator. Hi, Daddy and Nana, you are my heroes. Being your grandchild has been an incredible gift, and Chelsea and I start our lives, we are so incredibly grateful to have you as our matriarch and patriarch. I wish you the very happiest of anniversaries, and love you so much.
Well done. Thank you.
Hey, you made it.
I made it.
I didn't. For years, but.
That was all on one page.
It was pretty tiny. I'm not going down. He played it for me in the car and I bawled.
Really?
So he wrote an actual song for both of you, and then he used AI to put it to music. And it is so beautiful. He said, I thought long and hard, what would it be like to think about Nancy from Ralph's perspective? And so he wrote a song. I'll give it to you later. I'm framing the lyrics, but one day we'll play it. I don't have it right now.
He's coming Friday night and delivering 30 chicken geodes from, remember we used to go to
Crew
Crew
Cafe.
Cafe and get those chicken things that would open up. They don't make them anymore, and Crew Cafe only does catering of like heavy orders. They're making them for mom and dad. They remember them when I said chicken geodes. They go, oh, that's the couple that used to sit at the bar and look into the kitchen. And
The reason it came up with chicken geodes, it just had, I don't know what it was called. I don't know what it was called, some kind of chicken. But when it came, it was open and it had little holes in it like geodes.
it was filled with cheese and
Yeah,
ham
stuff
and goodies.
not holes, but things filled with it. And I thought those looked
Harvey's
like
coming.
geodes. That's
Harvey's
all.
coming Friday night, so
He's
we
coming to deliver the food, and he loved to
he's
play
gonna
that
hang. He's
song.
gonna hang out with us and sing that song.
He loved to play the song. Does anyone, do you need to chill for a little bit, Dad, or should we take a pee break? Does anyone want a pee break, or a?
I'll tell one funny story and then we'll take a break. I did to lighten the mood.
But in the mic.
Yeah, I'll tell it to Mike. Just when we first got here. So this is a funny story, and it's very consistent with this family and how crazy they are. When Mom and Dad told us they were moving to Kiowa, we only knew Chicago. South Carolina felt rural and far away, and why would you go there? And we just first time, we saw this view and everything. It was like, oh, I kind of get it now. This is spectacular. Could not have imagined how great this is. By the way, they'll tell a story about how we got to Kiowa versus Skidaway Island, because they looked like 36 places. Skidaway was the one they were closest to. And I put into ChatGPT what would have happened if we'd gone to Skidaway, and it would have been amazing, but it's just fun to hear how it says it. But this story is about, we came down here for the first year, they're building this house. And Dad kept saying, now remember, there's gators here, and there's mosquitoes, and snakes, and bobcats. It's scary. Critters. There's critters. This is the wild, this is jungle. And we were staying in a little house on Bufflehead, and it backed up to the marsh. And this house is like a hole in the ground. They're digging it out right now. And Dad kept saying, no, there's gators. I'm serious now. There's gators. You can't bring dogs, they'll eat small children. They'll eat them. Gators. Everywhere you go, there's gators. And he's telling me all this, and he gets me a beer, and we sit on the back. He goes, let's just sit on the back deck and think about what this house is going to be like. And the whole time he's telling me about, remember, there's bobcats and there's gators, David. I'm serious. Right behind us. In this damn park, there are gators right behind us here. You got to be super careful. And he's winding me up for about a half an hour, and I'm drinking my beer, and all of a sudden, I get bit, and it is a physical bite in my, it drew blood, and it was wet. I remember it was teeth. And it was my brother Tim, who had been hiding underneath the deck, waiting for about an hour for my dad to tell me all about the gators, get me all wound up about the gators, and then at the right time, Tim clamped down on my leg, bit me so hard I bled. And he came out. In some ways, the last laugh was like he had about 600 mosquito bites on him from hiding under there that whole time. So that was our first introduction really to Kiowa, Dad. So
It's crazy. This crazy awesome family.
So
Crazy awesome family.
So
We got it, didn't we? We got it.
Tim, do you guys think it'd be good to what time is it? 5 o'clock? Would it make sense for, you can go lie down, everyone can take a pee-pee break, check on their kids, and then when should we all come back? When does it sound good to you guys to come back? And we can finish the Love Fest. Does anyone else though take a break?
Anna, you do.
Roman could use a break.
Scratch your nose.
Oh, I had an eye scratch.
You really are, Dad? Are you just saying that? Should we get you a water or a Diet Coke or something?
Pee break. 5-minute pee break.
Yes, Claire, go. Okay.
I was about to say, Rose is,
Getting.
I might not make the, I don't know if I'll let that.
Okay, it's Clara's turn, everybody. Dave.
All right, Rosie.
Drew,
Well, it's
Terry.
the same time
Monty's
you're getting
resuming.
in line. Not turning.
All right, well, Rose also contributed. Got Rose's little handprint.
Joy love.
I know. Oh, Rose, did you see her handprint, everyone?
Huge feet, huge hands.
Wow.
Good job eating that mic, Rose.
Yeah.
Good job eating that mic.
Hey, everybody, Clara's going.
You want me to?
Clara's going.
Hey!
Sure. Oh, no, she's happy.
Clara's going,
Hey.
everybody.
Get
Right, so this is Rose and I.
Hey, Jay.
When I think,
Clara's going.
she's gonna eat it. She's gonna eat it.
Hey, Austin.
Alright, when I think of Nana and Hot Daddy, I think of true love. They are without a doubt the strongest couple I've ever met and have had the privilege of knowing. When I first started dating Andrew in 2012, I remember hearing about their story. They are childhood sweethearts.
You can eat that microphone. You eat this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. There you go, Rosebud.
Oh, look at she. She's gonna say something.
You got it.
Eat it.
There you go. When I first started dating Andrew in 2012, I remember hearing about their story that they are childhood sweethearts, having a lifetime of adventure and a beautiful life together. I'll admit, part of me thought there is no way all of that can really be true, but I was wrong. Nana and Hot Daddy are that kind of love, the kind you only come across once in a lifetime. What I love most about them is the way they show their love to each other. When I first started attending Edward's family gatherings, I was honestly surprised to see my boyfriend's grandparents showing so much affection. They're always holding hands, sitting close, and sneaking kisses. It's constant and it's genuine. Over the years, I've seen their love not just in big celebrations, but in the everyday moments like on trips, during Christmas, and at family reunions. Nana and Hot Daddy have shown us all what it means to live and love all the joy that life brings. Everyone who meets Nana and Hot Daddy leaves feeling inspired. I'm so lucky to be a part of the incredible family they've created and their love that will continue to shape and guide us for generations.
Oh, Clara.
Part of that.
Thank you.
Love you.
You know what I mean?
She's like, where's that mic?
Yeah, exactly. She
Love that mic.
Good Claire.
Ava, you wanna go or Andrew? Andrew.
Andrew.
You can do it, Andrew.
Hey, guys.
You wanna walk?
No, I'm good.
A refill of vodka? Refill? Okay.
If you'd hurry up.
Relatively short, so. Just first off, hi, I love you.
And I love you. That's so sweet.
Not already started. I haven't even started.
Not this brutal up here, I'm not going on.
So I kind of did this like a letter style. Dear Nana and Hot Daddy, for such a larger-than-life couple with a fairy tale-like love story, it's hard to distill who you are down to a single memory, but one often comes to mind when I think about you both as my grandparents. It was about 11 years ago, 2015, across the pond in Doncaster, England, just northeast of Sheffield. Much of the Edwards family had gathered there to celebrate the wedding of Graham and Marianne Watts. I was 20 years old. I had been dating Clara for 3 years, and I was just beginning to seriously think about marriage for myself.
Were you there at the wedding?
I was there.
Okay.
Yeah. Clara was not, but Edward's plan was. After rehearsal dinner, the two of you stood together and gave a speech about marriage, your experience, your story, and the wisdom you wanted to share with the soon-to-be newlyweds. Included in your speech, you shared several lessons about marriage that included put your spouse first, keep it exciting, kidnap each other sometimes, have gratitude, never go to sleep angry, develop and nourish friendships, share each other's interests, communication. Yeah, it's something that you guys kind of come to say. But it still
carries the same magic it did that night. For me personally, it was profoundly resonant at that stage in my life. So much so,
I love this part.
Joy, this is your doing.
This is my favorite line in the whole thing.
She's loving this right now. The tears bring her life.
Look at her.
I love this next line.
For me personally, it was profoundly resonant at that stage of my life. So much so that I wrote it down, the entire list right there.
Sorry, Mom.
It's a balloon. Everything's okay.
I wrote it down right then and there because I knew it was something special. As I reflected on your speech throughout the evening, with my relationship with Claire in mind, it was there that I decided I was going to spend the rest of my life with her.
Oh, I love that part. He was 7, wait, 20, but 20.
That was in England.
In England.
I know, I'm bald when I read that.
It was there that I decided I was going to spend the rest of my life with her. You both spoke so much love in your voice, with so much love in your voices, such deep passion for each other, and so much genuine joy simply being together that it struck me as something truly special. And not only just from your speech, but from the trip as a whole, you both always put each other first, constantly held each other's hands, and kept it exciting. Earlier that same evening was the iconic bit where you came into our hotel room, dressed in bathrobes, shades, and a purple feather, being silly and making us all laugh until we cried, and maybe peed our pants, potentially. Always an option. And that's what your superpower is. You both effortlessly display your tips for marriage and love with each other for each and every day for everyone to see, and it's both as possible as it is rewarding. I am truly in awe of you both as individuals, as partners, as grandparents, great-grandparents, and it's sometimes I take it for granted that not everyone has this blessed of family. Sometimes I take it for granted that not everyone is as blessed as this family is to have such prime examples of how to lead your life. But every time I revisit your words from that night, I'm reminded of the kind and love and life worth striving for. Love your grandson.
Oh my God.
I remember Andrew writing notes all
Tears in the brain.
that night at the table, and it was sweet.
What?
I thought that was so sweet. You were literally taking his hand.
I know, and he carries it.
It's on the phone, so it's always kind of
I remember that night. You guys just were unbelievable. But I was especially touched by Andrew writing all these notes.
He was
out.
listening
He was
to your
listening
Intently,
and
yeah.
writing
In
all
England,
down.
when you do that in front of all these people.
And he keeps it in his wallet to this day. What he wrote that night, yeah?
That was amazing, Andrew.
And by the way, Martin's dad also, Martin's brother had advice too, which is just say yes, dear. Following mom and dad.
Oh, man.
I'll let you know Martin does too. Yes, yeah.
That was his son's brother. Yeah.
They tell him about,
That's so funny.
you're good at this, tell him about us tipping that lady in the bar in Ireland. Oh, no, Ireland, where were we?
Well, we went to church, Dad, in the little town of Portree, and the church, we had the time wrong. And so we got there at 10 and it was at 9, and so we missed the church service. And the only thing in the town that was open was the pub, which also serves not just drinks, but food. So we ordered some food, and it's pub food. So we probably had a beer and just some pub food, some chips and some sandwiches or whatever. And I think the total bill came to about 60 pounds. And Dad left the lady a 50 pound tip. And Martin, my friend from England, walked by and he heard the ladies in the back and the woman, I can't do it nearly the justice that Martin could do it, but in the back, the women were debating whether they should keep the 50 pound tip. And she said, "You've got to keep it love. don't you know, you meant it for you. You've worked so hard. Your ship's come in, hasn't it? Your ship's come in. And the other woman said, I can't do it. Nobody's ever left that much before. And Martin heard them debating all this. They just never met anybody as generous as my parents. So Martin could do about a 20-minute bit of those voices, but I won't do it justice. But needless to say, you're overly generous to everybody you meet. So thank you for sort of modeling that for us. We appreciate it. That was
including as of yesterday, Ann, who helps them at the dialysis center, had mentioned that she's going to New Orleans to see her parents in July. And Nan and I went over and picked up a whole bunch of money for her in cash that they're going to give to her. So
you can go to see her mother? It continues to this very day. That's awesome.
To whom much is given, much is expected.
That's right. That is
We are
right.
blessed.
Ava.
We work on this
Okay, break. No, she'll do it. Does anyone else want to do there? It's not too long. And if
We
you,
can do it. We can do a pee break. I feel bad I missed a little bit.
We can do a pea bake and we can.
there's a pea bake.
There's a lot of holdouts for the end, but you know, we gotta get to the. Just remember that it's the dynamic of the night is a grow and grow. So to whom much is delayed in their delivery, much is expected. I agree.
Okay. Okay, everybody, Hot Daddy says he feels good and wants to keep going.
Keep it going.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get him a water and maybe a snack. And then we're gonna resume with Chelsea.
5 minutes to get in.
Everybody take a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna resume with Chelsea.
Back in 5, back in 5.
Where's that mic?
I need to pee. Is this the best ever? Yes, ever.
If you want, we can put the second part just on your.
Thank you, Calvin. And maybe a little snack, like a sweet
I try to just put this on.
I've been trying to do it wrong, but.
And Cece had Gretchen and Andrea had those. They bumped into each other on the beach, which is weird. 7 hours. It's all one house.
Emily, Austin,
Yes. No, they exist. I know they
got a ways to go. Yeah. I'm gonna take a 20-minute nap. Let's go right in the start of summer. We're gonna
Smile.
yeah.
How's your daddy doing?
Doing well. Probably. It's a good bet.
Yes. Yeah. We didn't bring all the balls. And then we put her in there, and she's kind of just like sitting there with this. She didn't have any. She couldn't get a booty on it. So we did. Chocolate for the water. Really? She just wants to play. I think she's just mad at being held. Those are so fun. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're wrapped it now. Perfect.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
I've got one before. Joy got her this little. Where's the container? What's all? Oh, you know what?
Yeah, we have water and a cow's got a little plate of and they rose. Cow's coming. You're not allowed to do that.
And it was going first. Admirable.
I was really kind of light little vignettes, but once I started reading, I was like, oh, why is this so heavy? All this gravity that is undue for my stories.
It's a good problem. It's also so nice for live streaming.
Say what?
Live streaming it for everyone.
Oh yeah, I was just it's more than Alex and Emily, but
No, but it's
still.
nice. I'm trying to get
And you text them to please stand by.
There we go.
I knew she went to the bathroom and then I didn't see her.
I did. I was gonna
when somebody cracks.
I know.
That I was like sweating.
Yeah.
Read it really fast. Wait, wait, wait.
I was 6 years putting
Kate and Calvin's drink.
bows on that girl's hair.
Yeah.
The bows and the waitress.
I went on that thing too.
Super hot.
I use it. No, yeah, we did.
She's got her own model over there of emergency roundup. So it's distributed by the fire department. I brought in the emergency roundup.
It was always broken.
She always has one, I keep one small bottle of emergency roundup.
Oh, here it is. Yes. There is some. There is some.
Your brother is a wine guy.
Going to the bar hopping. I took Andrew and his buddy from there spring break. I don't remember how big the deal was. We went to someplace and had beer.
He ate it. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Little drink.
I remember being in the garden afterwards.
I didn't even know what my
Lime burrito. Yeah, for your person. It's bus hanging over the top of the meal and then all. I'll tell you in a second.
That goes 3 years. Last year, I was debilitated. You were here before. We were both like,
His job is to go down the trains and sell beer around. Where you, well, I say, can you get fired and they hire me? Iron Man. A lot of them. Iron Man.
I never
guess she's got to work every day. No, Drew's staying. It was her first time ever. Huh? Doesn't matter professional, but y'all, she's a friend of Nate and Hannah's.
Oh, yeah, pizza man.
Yeah.
The only thing I was wondering about, is
The guy that I looked her. No, we already put it. Yeah. We came in the top 15% of all of the prices. Women being right, I want 15%. Oh my God.
First time.
Her first time to run. I think. All the other qualifiers. I think you have to win. It's a waffle inside of it. Yeah. So you could be the best time ever. But if you win it, both?
yeah.
That's when you go to some whatever town. The least populated Iron Man.
Better than nothing and a half.
Oh, she's awesome.
No, yeah. She was like, hey, that's sorry. And I was like, she got all work on that. It's getting better. No, she called me Casey and Drew, and she took a nap and was gonna go in and woke up and saw her go down. So Casey's like, that's good. I need to respond. No, that happened on Friday. Yesterday,
She sent me a picture yesterday. Here, she got
I think so. You want to set them all over here? No. I was heard bits and pieces.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even see.
They're all right back from there.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I know what you thought.